Hey YouTube, this is Kama back again with another MetaHero video. Thanks for clicking on my video, and for all my new viewers, heads up, I'm not a financial advisor, so please do your own research before making any investments. So I wanted to make a video today just to touch base with my MetaHero family. No real news has come out over the past few days since the blockchain summit, and we have had some price movement, but not in the direction we want it to be. So let's take a look at the price, and I'll give you my opinion on why the price is kind of stagnant, not really going up. So at the moment, we are up 2.6%. We're sitting at 0.093678. Now, a few hours ago, we almost scraped that 10-cent mark, but we're kind of hovering between 8.5 and 10 cents. And as you can see, if we pan out, over the past 14 days, we are down 26.5%, with our peak being around 17 cents on October 17th, which was the first day of the summit. Now, basically, after the reveal of the Meta scanner, we saw this price drop a lot. There were a ton of sell-offs, and it's just been in a downward pattern for the past 14 days. Now it's kind of sideways trading a little bit, but it's just hovering, like I said, between that 8.5 and 10 cent mark. Now, real quick, let's take a look at the holder count, just to touch base on that just a little bit too. So as we speak, we're just shy of that 100,000 holders at 91,187. I think the last video that I did, we were right around that number too. So not really going up, not really going down, which just being over 90,000 holders is still amazing. I mean, that's a lot of holders. And as I scan on Twitter, I have not seen any recent news since the 21st. So that's the last information that we received was on the 20th, was from Rob Grin. He put out a video out, talked about it a little bit on my last video because I wanted to talk about MetaHero. Since then, really nothing. So what's going on? Why is the price down after the summit, and why are we just sideways trading? Now, this is all speculation. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you my opinion. Now, there's several reasons, and they're not in any real order. One reason, there's no longer tokenomics. There's no fee. You're able to buy in and buy out without having to pay any kind of penalty, which is not a bad thing. I know the reason why we did it. We're trying to get on those big tier 1 exchanges. I don't have an issue with that. That leads into my next point. I think MetaHero is very undervalued. For the use case it has, for the products that it has, Metascanner version 3, flipping amazing. And my point of saying all that is, the market is hot right now. Bitcoin is close to its all-time high. It had an all-time high not that long ago, and people are moving money around like crazy. There's a lot of sales out there, and there's a lot of products out there that are viable and that have great use case, and people want to get in on that, So how does that tie in with MetaHero? Well, like I said, I feel it's undervalued, and it's cheap. Say you have a couple $1,000s in holdings in MetaHero, and you see a project that price is moving a lot. Very volatile, but it's moving a lot. Has really low lows and really high highs. Well, now you're going to pull that money out of MetaHero, and you're going to go invest in the other project, make a quick buck. You'll come back to MetaHero later. I know several people. One of them was a good friend of mine who's a YouTuber who did the exact same thing. Very hard on MetaHero, loves MetaHero. However, the price isn't really moving. And we all discussed, him, myself, and all the people we talked to all agree that MetaHero is going to $1. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. But as of right now, the price isn't really moving. Knowing that you could pull your money out, make a quick buck somewhere else, come back in, and worst case scenario, the MetaHero goes up a penny or two. You really didn't lose out on too much. That's not a good thing, and that's not a bad thing, but it is a good strategy. A lot of people do that. Just because people do that, it doesn't mean that this project has lost interest or it's not a viable project. It's in a stage where it's looking for its next catalyst. The blockchain summit was a good catalyst, and then there was a ton of sell-offs when we reached its all-time high because people take profits. It is what it is. So in the end, this project is basically waiting for its next catalyst, which I'm sure will be soon. And that leads me to my last point. This isn't a project like SafeMoon. And what I mean, I'm not saying it's worse or better, but there isn't constant news. There's not constant hyping all day, every day, multiple tweets, multiple posts, tons of exposure, tons of YouTubers. And, I have to apologize as a YouTuber. I'm not a huge influencer or anything. And I guess that's my apology. I'm not a huge influencer. I wish I had 100,000 subs where I could reach out to all kinds of people and shine a spotlight on this project, but I can't. With SafeMoon, you have everybody and their mother talking about SafeMoon. They have a ton of followers. They have a ton of YouTube influencers speaking about it because it gets them, it gets them the likes, it gets them the subscribers, and they just constantly just beat it in the ground. They'll talk about SafeMoon 5 times a day. MetaHero, on the other hand, has a great product, knows it's going to win in the end, is hard at work in the background, and feels no pressure to make announcements that aren't needed. Everybody that's invested in MetaHero knows the outcome, knows where we're going. You all out there are an amazing community. You don't constantly need somebody patting you on the butt, telling you how great you are, holding your hand, telling you everything's going to be okay. We all know it's going to be okay. And I think the team has that same mentality. They're in the background, they're making moves, they're exploring all the contacts and all the exposure that they had at that blockchain summit. They're expanding upon that. And when something big comes out, they're going to let us know. And that's the overarching reason why I made this video, is because every time I make a video on something when there's no announcements or no news, immediately announcements and news come out, then it makes my video irrelevant. So I'm hoping that same coincidence happens in this scenario. I could already see me posting this video in about a half hour or so, and then within 15 minutes, or while I'm in post edit, breaking news comes out, and then I look stupid. You know what? I don't care. That's fine. That's the price you have to pay when you're a YouTuber. But like I was saying, you know, I think the number one reason why the price isn't moving quite as much, whether it be up or down, is people are holding. They're not really doing anything. And some people are selling, they're taking profits, which that's not an issue. And then some people are selling out, buying in other projects that are moving, and then they'll come back later. In my opinion, it's a double-edged sword. You have a project that's underrated that has great use case, and at the same time, you have a project that has a low price point. That price point is great for if you're a new buyer or if you want to fatten up your bags. But it also hurts you at some level because it is so cheap that somebody's able to just pull out, go play around in the field a little bit with other investments, and then come back and pretty much re-enter at that same price point. But either situation is not a bad scenario for MetaHero or investors. So I just wanted to reiterate that to you all. This is kind of a short video. I just wanted to touch base with you guys. You've blown my mind with the support you've given me. I get tons of Twitter messages and Discord messages talking about MetaHero, and I'm just not a really good chiller. I don't like to keep constantly talking about the same thing if there's no new news or news announcements. I'm just not one of those kind of YouTubers. You know, they'll beat something into a ground for the views and for the subs. I just want to be real with all you. I'm very, very bullish on MetaHero. I'm not going to fluff this just to take advantage of subscribers or just to get likes, okay? I really appreciate you all. I appreciate all the time that you've given me by watching my videos. So at the same time, I don't want to waste your time. I hope you understand. But if you do want to see more MetaHero content, please like, subscribe, comment down below, punch that notification bell. Make sure you comment down below and let me know how great of a project MetaHero is. And to everybody, have a great week, take care, and have a blessed day.